you can't just love half of me. Like, you can't just love a part of me. Like,
you have to love all of me.
It's like coming to terms with the fact of like, well, then you don't love me because that's who I am. You know what I mean? So,
girl, you gonna make me cry.
Girl.
Woo.
Suck it back in. What's up, bean grinders? I'm ABBLY.
And I'm Marcy, and you're listening to Grind the Bean. Today's coffee feature is Girls Coffee.
This looks so adorable.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I got it from Erewhon. It's a locally owned business, woman-owned business.
Okay, period. We love to support.
In LA, so it's a local small business.
Oh, really? Have you ever seen it before?
I haven't. It was new. I got it from Erewhon. I don't know if I already said that. I got it from Erewhon and
gut-friendly dairy.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Let's read.
Is it like real?
So
dairy?
It says Laurel's uses grass-fed A2 dairy, which helps those with dairy sensitivities enjoy cow's milk again. A2 milk paired with our Guatemalan coffee provides a gentle burst of gut-friendly energy. So it's dairy, it's cow's milk, but it's grass-fed. So apparently they have up top, it says Happy Tummy Coffee. So I'm excited.
Interesting. So like if you feed the cows grass, then it helps your stomach.
Yeah, I mean,
what else do they feed cows? Like dirt?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
I'm
imagine
sure it
if I'm like drinking milk from a dirt-eating cow, like it's probably not going to make my stomach feel very great.
Yeah.
Because dairy does. I don't know. Does dairy make your stomach upset?
I don't really have dairy sensitivity.
I feel like everyone's always like, "Oh, I can't have dairy."
I feel like
that's a general thing, right?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like have a hard time with dairy, but honestly, like I don't.
It's probably because of the farms.
Yeah.
You know how horrible they treat those animals.
It's true. Yeah. Okay, well, should we try it?
Yeah, let's do it. Also, I'm going to like include little close-ups of this can.
Yeah.
It's so adorable. This little like illustration.
The packaging is super cute.
Do they have like a storefront? I really want to.
I don't know if they do. I looked at their website a little bit after buying them. To like learn a little bit more about their story. But the guy who was checking me out at Erewhon said that like the woman who owns it, her name is Isabel. So I don't know who Laurel is.
Okay, he knows her personally.
Well, yeah, she like comes into that Erewhon apparently,
cool.
and she like gives them all the employees free cans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Work.
And he said it was really good. He really liked it. So.
Okay, work. Okay, let's try it then.
It's just a classic latte. So just like.
It says in the ingredients vanilla, so hopefully it has like some sweetness.
Good, because I
like sweet coffee.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Cheers to Laurel's Happy Tummy Coffee. I hope my stomach is not upset.
I wonder if we should have shaken it.
I shook them. Don't worry.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll never make that mistake again.
Pretty good.
It's not bad.
I kind of wish it was a little colder, but that's on us. It's kind of warm.
Mine's pretty cold.
Really?
Tastes like grass-fed milk.
Yeah, it does. You can tell.
It doesn't taste like whole milk. Well, I don't know if it's whole or what makes whole and 2%.
Yeah, it kind of tastes
like the amount of water that's in it. I think that's it.
I don't know the difference, like the actual difference, but skim milk and like 2% is more like I think watered down than whole milk is.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think whole milk is no water.
This feels like kind of thick. It kind of feels and tastes like an alternative milk, even though it's not.
It does, but I think that just comes with canned coffee.
Yeah, canned coffee tastes different than like a nice latte you're gonna get at a
maybe
coffee shop.
Eventually we'll try some regular ones that's not canned.
Yeah. But this is good.
Okay, let's rate it. What's your rating? What would you give it?
I'll say, what did I give the La Colombe? I think I said 7.
I think so.
7 or 8. I think I like that one a little bit better than this. It's still really good. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, a 7.
Okay. What about you?
I would have to give mine. I'm gonna say a 6. Wait.
Okay.
A 6.5. A 6.5.
Okay, that's fair.
I love the packaging. Packaging gives it the extra half for sure.
Packaging like makes all the difference.
Yeah, like if I saw this on a shelf, like I'm definitely gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But the taste, there's just something.
Yeah.
But it's not bad. And I love supporting women-owned businesses, and she seems like a sweet lady.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make my tummy happy. Or because like as soon as I go to the bathroom, like it is less than a minute later, it's like I have to go to the bathroom and I'm gonna be sitting there. But
after
like
coffee.
Yeah, but it's just like maybe not the milk, but it's like the coffee.
Yeah,
I
think
like
I'm the same way.
If this can make me like right now, I'm not feeling like I have to go to the bathroom
well,
yet.
you just took the few sips.
Girl, like it's that
it's
instant.
instant.
It's that instant.
Okay.
Not kidding.
Okay.
And I'm like, how did it just wipe out of me so quickly? You know what I mean?
Girl.
Like, how did it clean my intestines? Like,
Yeah.
my intestines are squeaky clean after I drink a coffee. Anyways, if we can find coffee that can make me not blow my brains out. Wait. You know what I mean, though. But, like, that I would invest in.
Yeah.
I would invest all $2 that I have.
Maybe we just need to start our own company.
Grind the bean.
Should we do it?
Like, what in coffee makes
That'd
you
be
so
kind of
upset?
iconic.
I don't know. Are we gonna have to like go to like a science experiment like lab?
Science
Figure
experiment
it out.
lab.
Yeah. Grow some beans.
Grow some beans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they do grow beans. I'm curious about like the roasting process.
Yeah. I mean, we were in New York and we went to the Starbucks Reserve, which is basically the Starbucks that like has alcohol there, and they have like a bunch of like exclusive products, I guess, and that's where I don't know if they roast all their beans there, but like that is where they like roast beans.
Yeah. It was cool.
And so like they were just like it was like pouring it into like this big thing, and I guess it was heated, so it just kind of gets like the flavors out of it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know.
We'll start our own business one day.
Maybe.
And learn more about it.
I
love coffee.
I love coffee too.
And
I've always wanted to start a coffee shop. We have a dream of starting a coffee shop.
Yeah, we want to start our own like cafe,
Lesbian
coffee shop. Yeah, just like the Planet and the L Word.
Yes, if you know, you know.
Yeah, and then like at night it can turn into like a club.
Yeah.
Or just like a bar.
Yeah, just
Lesbian
like a
bar.
Nightlife bar. Yeah.
But
I like alcoholic, both
Yeah.
things.
I like the idea of like 2 in 1.
I do too.
Like coffee in the morning and then like drinks at night.
But my thing is like we need a good cleaning team, because I feel like when I go to like WeHo and I go to the gay bars like for brunch, I'm like, ooh, like it just feels dirty. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if we did that, because you know the stuff that happens like at night.
Yeah.
Like everyone's spilling their drinks. The floor's so sticky. Like
we'll get a good cleaning crew.
Good cleaning crew. I've always thought about that.
We'll be fine.
I'm like, I don't want it to be gross.
Of
like
course.
in the morning.
You get that from your mom.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mom.
Love you,
You're
Crystal.
watching.
Anyways.
Okay, well, there we go. That was our coffee. We rated it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Marcy?
Today we are talking about coming out.
Coming out.
This is what everyone's been wanting to hear, I feel like.
Yeah.
And we're finally talking about it.
Here it is.
You're welcome.
Asking.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
We're providing.
We are providing. We're providers. We're givers.
Yeah. Abby and I have like different, like, I think like pretty vastly different coming out experiences.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean,
you don't think so?
I would say like this is coming out experiences from two people who like grew up in more religious families.
Yeah.
Like both of our families are conservative and like religious.
Very. Yeah.
Or at least that's how we grew up. And so like we have similar experiences, as in like our fears in coming out, I think, and like why we were scared to come out, which is scary to come out for anyone.
Yeah.
But I think like definitely maybe the reaction was different.
Oh,
for
yeah.
both of us, and how we did it was different.
But I also think you had a lot more pressure on you than I did. But maybe I'm wrong. You can get into your side.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
You know better than me, obviously.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, we're just gonna be like giving our experiences, and then like I guess what advice we have from our own experiences.
Yeah.
And like coming out is scary, so
yeah,
it's nice to like listen to other people's stories and like where they are now.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, like it makes it not seem like such a big mountain to climb.
Yeah. I think in our generation, I think coming out has become less of like like I need to come out, like I need to make a big deal about coming out, like I need to like write a essay or like whatever. I feel like now it's like, I mean, people still do that
100%.
and that's totally fine. Like I did that too. But like I feel like now, especially like the younger generation, I feel like it's going to become like less and less normal for people to like not officially come out. Like I think
that's the goal.
Yeah. I mean, that's
what we hope for.
Yeah. Which I'm happy that we're making the progress, and like,
yeah,
you know, we'll get there one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are. And I think, I don't know, I like to hope that we're making progress. And I like knowing that like at least my kids, it'll be like that for them.
Yeah.
And then like I know many of my friends feel the same way, and like they would never, disown their kid for something like that. Yeah. But our country, it's scary times. And there is so much homophobia still. Yeah. Let's not be ignorant to that. Yeah. There's still such a long way to go, and I feel like with Trump in office and stuff, like we have started to move backwards, especially like in like especially with trans rights and like their safety as well. It's like huge backtrack, but we move forward. We continue to fight. Yes. Why don't you like start with your story? Yeah. From the beginning of that.
Yeah. So I came out as bisexual at first, of course.
Same.
I think like 2021 it was. I came out Pride Month. Felt like the right time. Go
Pride.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people come out during Pride Month.
I feel like a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
Let's go, June.
I like knew that I liked girls, I think, since I was in middle school, but it was always something that I was like, oh no. It was like, oh no, 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 no. Like whenever I like experienced those feelings or like had gay thoughts, I like literally would push it so far down. Yeah. Because I like I wasn't old enough at that point to deal with that. I wasn't old enough to process it. Like
it was kind of like if I ignore it, like it'll go away.
Maybe it'll go away. Yeah. And like you said, like we both grew up in religious households. Like my mom and my dad, they're both extremely Christian, both extremely conservative. So like what held me or what made me push those feelings down more than anything was like disappointing them.
And I think that's a lot of people too.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people go through that. But yeah, so like I always knew that I was gay from like a really young age. I didn't know I was
not to interrupt.
Oh no, it's
but
okay.
Like I think it is a lot of people like don't want to disappoint their parents, but also like how you're raised, like you kind of are like raised with that ingrained like internalized homophobia.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So it's something you have to accept with yourself too. Like I feel like that's what straight people don't understand. It's like, yeah, I get that you don't understand this. Like, do you know how long it took me to understand? It's not like I just was like, oh, I'm gay. Oh, great. This is amazing. Like, I'm gay. Like, that's just not how it is for most people.
No,
you know what I mean?
So
it's not just like disappointing your parents. It's like accepting it yourself because you're taught the opposite.
Right. Yeah. Like, I didn't want to disappoint my parents, but also like I didn't want to be gay.
I don't know why. It's so much fun over here.
Well, yeah, we know that now, but when I was younger, I was like, gay people were painted in a light that was like, you don't want to be living that lifestyle, whatever. And so like, I just like did not want to believe it. And like, I had internalized homophobia. I like just recently started getting over that. Like when you and I met and started dating.
And like in middle school, that was before gay marriage was even legalized. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like, I was just a scared little girl. I don't know. But so I like pushed it down really far down and I didn't think about it or really deal with it until I came out in 2021.
But what made you realize you were gay? Like, was there like a moment that you remember like being like the first time you were like having gay thoughts? Because I have that moment in my head where it was just like a switch and it was like overnight.
And you just like knew.
Wait, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you have that moment?
Yeah, I have that moment. There was this girl who's like one of my bestest friends, like in middle school, and she was a really good friend of mine all throughout middle school and high school and into college too. And her and I, like, I don't know, we were best friends, but we were like a little more than friends, and I think it was obvious to both of us. And we would talk about our feelings to each other, and I think like it's fuzzy for me. I like am very disassociative, so like I don't remember a lot. But I think that she was like wanting for us to date, and I was kind of on the side of like, oh no, like I can't date you. Like I love you so much and you're my friend, and like I do like you more than a friend usually likes a friend. Yeah. But like I was not I remember always telling her that like my parents, I can't do it because my parents.
Yeah.
And I just truly wasn't ready yet, and that's okay.
That's totally okay. We've all been in those situations or experienced the receiving end of that.
Yeah, but I remember like the moment it clicked was like me and her were texting one night about it, and like I didn't know if she felt the same way. She didn't know if I felt the same way. And then when we both finally confessed our feelings for each other, that's when I was like, all right, girl, you got a little gay in you. So, yeah. Anyways, fast forward to 2021. I came out in Pride. My first coming out experience that I had with two of my best friends from high school and a little bit into college, too. They were over at my house and we were having like a little get together with some of our friends, and everyone else had left and it was just them two and me left at my house. And I remember we were like sitting in my kitchen. We were sitting in a circle and like we had been drinking. We were of age, don't worry. And or were we? I don't know. Anyways, you were in your home. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We were all sitting in a circle and I was like, this is the perfect moment. I trust them both so much, and I love them both so much, and I like want to share this part of me. I felt safe, like that I could share that part of myself with them.
Were y'all having a conversation that like led to that, or just like
I don't remember.
You were just randomly like, oh yeah, I'm gay, by the way.
I don't think it was like, oh, I'm gay, by the way, but I think it was like, hey, like guys, like I have something to tell you that like I've been sitting on for quite a while, and I feel really comfortable with you guys right now, and now feels like a good time. And so I told them that I was bisexual, and they were like, wait, literally both of them were like, wait, like, are you coming out right now? And I was like, yeah, I'm coming out right now. And then both of them also came out as bisexual, and we were like, it was literally like the Spider-Man meme when like you're all looking at each other and you're all pointing and we're like, wait, like did we all just come out like at the same time in the same night? It was crazy. And like, I don't know, that being my first coming out experience was just like, this is right.
Yeah.
Like this was the perfect timing. Like it all led up to this moment. It just felt really like correct.
Divine timing.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I came out to like more of my friends later on. Everyone was very nice and accepting. A lot of my friends are liberal and like not really religious.
Yeah.
They're like, they love gay people. So they were
friends.
Yeah, they were very accepting. And then Abby and I met. That was the summer before I met Abby, and then Abby and I started dating in September. And I remember I told my parents about you, but not in a way that was like Abby and I are dating. It was like Abby's like the closest friend I ever have had, mom and dad. Like I've never had a friend closer than this friend. Like
not closer.
Oh my gosh, you guys, yeah.
We're really close.
Like you knew, she met my parents before they knew we were dating. But we officially started dating in October, and I don't know, just like one day randomly, I had the urge to tell my brother. My brother was living in Boston at the time, so I couldn't like fly up there and tell him to his face. So I just called him, and I was really, really nervous to tell him, because he was also like pretty religious and just like my parents. And so I was really nervous to tell him. And I remember the first thing he told me was like, I'm going to love you no matter what.
Aww.
And I don't know.
That's so
like
sweet.
Having an older sibling, you probably understand, but like I looked up to him so much. He was my role model growing up. And so like to hear that reassurance from him and like know that I have that acceptance from him about that part of myself that I've been so ashamed of just felt so relieving.
Yeah, and it's like, I know like as a younger sibling, like my older siblings, to me, like their opinion matters so much to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like when you have them on your side, like you feel so much stronger. Like having the support from him, I'm sure made you feel a lot more at ease when you told your parents. At least for me, it was 100%. Like that, because you at least like he has your back.
Yeah,
you know, like you know you have someone who
in your
knows
family,
your parents,
who is blood.
Yeah. Who like knows your parents, who has your back, and will fight with you.
Yeah.
I would not have been able to do it without my siblings.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get into, but like, that was, siblings are really important.
Yeah. It's really nice to feel their support. Yeah. If not, like more so than your parents sometimes.
No, yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, then a few months later, I was like, all right, Abby and I are getting really serious. Like, I need to tell my parents.
House with their parents.
Yeah, I met Abby's parents, and they knew that I was her girlfriend before I even came out to my parents and told them that we were dating. My parents lived in another state at the time, so I sent them a text. It was like a really long letter that I had written, and I made sure to like emphasize. I told them about like what internalized homophobia was, and I told them that like no matter like there's no pressure, like no matter how hard you think it is to accept that your daughter is gay, it's even more hard for me to accept that I'm gay.
Yeah.
And so I really wanted to emphasize to them that this was a really hard thing for me to say, and that their response could like make or break me.
And that's like, and as you should.
Yeah.
Like, that's really smart.
I felt like I needed to like cushion it so that like, I don't know, because like if they reacted in a negative way, I would have lost it and I would have like been distraught. But so they reacted in a very positive way. They both responded and said, we both love you no matter what, and we're gonna support you no matter what choices you make.
Yeah.
Which made me really happy, and it was very reassuring. And yeah.
And that's all you need to say. Like, I'm not looking for you to be like the next day wearing a rainbow shirt.
Right.
Like, I'm not looking for all that. Like, all I'm looking for is that like you acknowledge it, and like that's it. You don't even have to be like, I'll accept you. You don't even have to say that. You can just be like,
thanks for telling me.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I appreciate you telling me. I mean, it would be nice to be like, I accept you and I love you no matter what. Like, that's great. And that's not hard to say. Also, like, you don't have to understand to love somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to understand like why you like having sex with girls as a girl. First of all, weird. Like, you don't have to like think about it too much. You know what I mean? Like, that's my private life. But you don't have to understand it to still love you. Like, love me. Like, I don't understand your religion, but like, I still love you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many things I don't understand about straight people, but that doesn't mean I don't love you.
Yeah.
And I think that coming out in a text, I feel like a lot of people like feel so much pressure to come out in person and like make it a whole like thing.
Yeah.
That you don't have to do.
Mm-mm. Is it off?
No, I just clicked it. What
is yours on?
It doesn't matter the channel.
Okay, never mind. Keep going.
I feel like a lot of people think it's like you have to make it like a big deal to come out in person and like make it a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can do it however makes you most comfortable.
Yeah.
And if that's coming out in a text, like that's coming out in a text. If that's coming out in an email or a letter that you send to them and you mail to them or like through somebody else, like no one should be shamed for how they come out.
Yeah. I felt like when I sent them the text, I felt like it was kind of like what's the word I'm looking for?
It was like a cop out.
Yes, a cop out.
Yeah.
And like I remember when I would tell people after the fact, I'd be like, "Oh, like I came out in a text, but only because they live in a different state." Like I would like really justify it because I felt like wrong for not coming out to them in person, but
you can do it however you want.
And
you also have to
feel
protect yourself.
Yeah,
like you have to read the vibes.
Yeah. Yep.
It might not be safe for some people to come out in person.
Yeah.
Like, and also like there's so much pressure on coming out too. And I will say, as soon as I came out, like I felt so much freer and happier to be myself. But who knows if I came out earlier when I was still living at home or something, like things could be so much different. Like I love my parents and everything. I don't think they would do this, but like what if I got kicked out? And like you have to,
that's a reality for some people.
That's why we shouldn't pressure people. Like I remember I had people who were pressuring me to try to out me and did out me. And no, none of that, guys. Because like, yes, I'm glad you get to live out and proud and fully accept yourself, but that's not my timing. Like our timing's not the same. And it's not your place to like force me to be out.
Yeah.
And it's like the best way. And it's like me now that I'm so out and I'm proud and I just like am so happy. I do have those tendencies to be like, oh, like you're gonna be so much happier like when you're open and you're honest. But the best way to be is just to be a supportive friend and someone who's there to listen and support whatever they need. Like that's not outing them, that's not pressuring them to come out. That's just being someone that's like, I love you and I'm here for you and it'll be okay whatever you decide, and like when it's right for you.
Yeah.
So like I definitely just want to put that out there. Like don't feel guilty if like you still haven't come out or you don't feel ready to come out. Like that doesn't make you any less gay or
Nope.
at all.
No.
Like everyone's story is different. Everyone's situation is different.
Yeah.
And like yeah. So there's a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to say that, and like gay people who are out and proud and pushing people out the closet, you need to stop.
Yeah, please. Let people, like, everything happens in divine timing, and like you need to wait until that person is ready.
Yeah.
Like everyone's situation is different, and it's up to that person to decide when they feel most safe.
Yeah.
To come out.
Yeah. Exactly.
Period. Yeah.
So where do we leave off? That was long. But you came out to your parents. They were nice.
Yeah. They were nice about it.
And like let's talk like where you are now and like where your relationship is now with it.
It's a little like they were accepting at first, which like I'm really grateful for, and they were very nice at first, but throughout the years it's been kind of hard. Growing up, like we never really anything gay was just kind of like unspoken of.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of this like uncharted territory that we like did not talk about.
Yeah.
And once I came out to them, it was the same way. And it would get like really awkward, like when I would bring Abby home. And like, I remember one time we were talking to my parents about possibly doing IVF. And like, we were just sitting at the table and we had said that. And literally everyone else was just completely silent. And it was like, anytime Abby and I talk about being gay or like our relationship or anything, it's like really awkward.
Yeah.
No one knows what to say. And it's like,
it's gotten better for sure.
It's definitely gotten better, but it hasn't been like easy breezy.
I was your friend. Like I was called your friend for a really, really long time. Yeah. Honestly, until we got engaged.
Yeah, they didn't acknowledge our relationship for what it is and what it was
to other people.
Yeah, and like we would be out and they would introduce Abby to like new people as my friend or my roommate, and like we were fully dating and in love, and they would say that stuff and it would hurt it would make me feel so bad about myself, and it would make me feel, I don't know, like you want your parents to acknowledge your relationship for what it is. We had been dating for like, they did that for like 2.5, almost like 3 years.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, like you said, we got engaged where they were like, all right, like, this is real. Like, maybe we need to start acknowledging it for what it is.
But also, like, I appreciate that they have grown. There has been growth with them. And I love them. And they've always been this very, very, very sweet to me and very, very loving towards me and accepted me with open arms, like, into their family. Super sweet people, like, the best. And it's like, it's hard for gay people sometimes, especially when you come out to people who don't really understand.
Yeah.
They have their own internalized homophobia that we fought too. Like, and you just have to be patient with them.
Yeah.
And give them grace. Yep. And it's like, no, we shouldn't accept a lot of like any hateful behavior. Definitely not. But like people who are learning and adjusting, like as long as they're growing and like you continue to like respectfully stand up for yourself and speak your truth.
I will say what we were talking about earlier about coming out to your siblings. My brother has helped because he's been there when my parents have not acknowledged our relationship for what it actually is. And my brother has talked to them and helped in so many ways about how they need to acknowledge our relationship for what it is, like, period. And I don't think that they would be where they are today if it weren't for him talking to them. And it just, I don't know. There's something about, like, especially an older sibling, like, standing up for you, like, to your parents, like, on your behalf. It's like, I don't know. It just made me feel really loved and
and parents
protected.
Always be listening to the older siblings.
Always. Always.
Especially, like, I don't know if it's like this in other people's families, but, like, in my family, it's, like, the men. Like, they listen to the boys.
Yep. And that's who they listen to, the boy. But anyways.
But, like, it was also hard because it was, like, a direct comparison. Like, he had a girlfriend and, like, you had a girlfriend. And it's, like, there was a straight relationship and how they treated the straight relationship versus how they treated the gay relationship. Exactly. And that can be hard, but they learn every day and they're doing great, and and we're great and we're amazing. And like they've accepted us. It's not like they don't allow me to come to your things. Like they do so much for me.
Yeah, they do.
are you so much happier being like just out and proud and
I mean,
gay?
yeah, absolutely. I'm also like happy having you in my life. Like,
always.
You're my soulmate, and I'm happy that I can be out and proud with you by my side.
Period.
You know, but I'm also just so proud to be a lesbian and being a part of this community, and I don't know. I learned to accept myself and love myself more and more every single day, and I love lesbians. I love them.
Yes, I love them too.
Yeah, but time for your side.
Oh gosh.
Tell us about your coming out experience.
My coming out experience. I mean, okay, so I grew up in a very religious home. My dad was a pastor growing up. So it was like very strict. Like I was homeschooled for a little bit, like Christian academy, Christian everything, could only listen to Christian music. Couldn't really watch too much stuff. Like it was we were pretty sheltered, I guess. And so I always knew like I was different. Everyone says I was different. But like I was a weirdo.
No, I felt
like
that way
I was
too.
the weird kid, like, and I always knew it. And for a while, like middle school was the worst years of my life personally because like I just really didn't feel like I fit in with anyone, and I didn't really understand why. I was so depressed. Like I was deeply depressed. But like that wasn't even something that I would let cross my mind because I was religious, and like it's just what I was taught, you know? Like you don't even think that stuff. Like you don't even think that you could be gay. You don't even think.
Yep.
I wouldn't even like curse. Like I just didn't want to do any of that stuff. Like
yeah.
And then I remember when gay marriage was legalized in 2013. I was like at a restaurant with my dad, and I remember he was so upset when it got announced. And I in turn was like, oh, this is horrible, and I like made this post and I deleted it, thank God. But I don't know, it's somewhere in the internet cloud. But I basically like posted this thing that was like God is love instead of love is love, and people were like being like, I was basically this long thing about how gay marriage shouldn't be legal, and like it was like that.
And she's a lesbian. So.
Being gay is like, and it's been obvious for so long apparently. But I remember when I first clicked for me, because once it clicked, it was like no turning back.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, whoa.
Yep.
I think it was my freshman year of high school. I think it was the summer after my freshman year of high school, and I had a sex dream.
Oh gosh.
And I had a sex dream about this girl. And I remember waking up and being like, my mind was blown. Like my world was changed, and I was like, wait. I was like, no,
like,
no
this
way.
This is possible.
Like what? And I was like, wait, I'm like really attracted to this person. Like I really like them, and it's not just because it's a subconscious thought. Like I always had like infatuations with girls, and like I would just like be so obsessed with a girl at a time. Usually older women,
Classic.
But I would be obsessed with them, and I realized they were just like crushes like later on. But once I figured that out, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. And I remember the first person that I came out to as bisexual. And
of course,
a lot of people come out as bisexual first because it's kind of like there are real bisexuals, which I think this can hurt the bisexual community sometimes, because a lot of people come out as bisexual first just because it's like feels safer. And it feels like a stepping stone.
And also, I thought, like, when I came out as bisexual, I thought I was bisexual.
Yeah.
I dated men my entire life. And then once I dated a woman, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I came out as bisexual, and then I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, I'll just marry a man. Like, yeah, I'm bisexual, but, like, I'll just marry a man because then I don't have to tell my parents.
Exactly. I was the same way.
Yeah. Yep. And so I came out to my cousin, who is also gay. And he had the same like religious experience growing up too. And I remember literally every single night we would text, and we would just be like, we can't like come out. Like we could never like, what would happen if like anyone knew, but we would just confide in each other, and we would talk about our like feelings with these like people. And he was honestly like, it was so nice to have him to like be able to talk to about all of this stuff and not judge me, and him experience the same things. But like we were both battling with that internalized homophobia and like giving each other not great advice, but we both could relate to how each other was feeling.
Yeah.
And like we were both struggling, but like we were doing it together, so it felt like I'm not alone in this, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so
that's really special.
It was really sweet. And so yeah, I had my girl crushes, and I was like in love with girls who were always my best friends, because that's so classic.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't tell them because you could never tell them, because I mean, a lot of them were gay. I went to like an artsy school. But I remember I came out to my brother, Alex, and I was like, and Ashley at the same time, my best friend Ashley. And we were like in like Don Pepe's parking lot, like this Hispanic restaurant, Mexican restaurant.
I didn't know it was Alex first.
It was Alex and Ashley, and I was like, hey guys, like, I'm bi.
And how old were you? What year was it?
I was a junior in high school.
It's kind of early
when I came out.
It's kind of young.
Or a sophomore. I think I was a sophomore.
Okay.
And I felt safe to come out to them, and they were both super sweet and loving and caring. And I ended up, I was very distant from my parents and my family because I was scared at this point, and I just felt like I was hiding like a big part of who I was. And my parents always talked so badly about being gay.
Yeah.
And I think they kind of knew I was gay, and they just kind of wanted to steer me away from it because a lot of my friends were gay. And that was not the way to do it. Love you guys, but no. And so Ashley's family, they were the first adults I came out to was Ashley's parents.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally took me in as like one of their own kids. Like I would have dinner at their place. Like they would always be like, Abby, like any girls, like any guys? Like they were always just so sweet and accepting, and like so loving. Like they were so sweet. And my senior year of high school, I ended up like basically coming out to everyone. Like everyone knew I was gay at that point.
Yeah.
I was very gay. I was known as the bicon of
work. That's so funny.
But like I only liked girls. I just like I felt safe under that term.
Yeah.
And then I went off to college. I came out to my little sister. She was like, whoa, like I can't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, wow, my mind is blown. She was really young at the time.
Wow, I can't believe it.
And then she would like let her, I came out to her and her like best friend. They were so young, and they were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's gay. Your sister's gay.
That's so silly.
And anyways, I go off to college, and this is when I like finally left home. I kind of went crazy in college. Like I was no longer under my parents' like rules or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like finally able to fully be like gay. Like I was just no one knew me, so I go there and I'm like a new person, and then like I got to be myself, and I didn't have to worry about like, oh, like, because when my friends would come over, I'd be like, by the way, my parents don't know I'm gay, like please don't say anything.
Aww.
Like I'd be like, just don't like say anything. And I would always be so anxious in my home because like especially if my friends were over, or like if we were like talking about something, like I would just be so anxious all the time that like my mom was gonna hear me, or like I would literally watch The L Word like on volume 3 in my room like at 2 a.m. only,
right?
And I would just like watch it because I just like wanted to learn more about it. And I was just always so scared that like my mom was gonna look at my phone or anything, or if I had a girl over and like they were spending the night, like that I had a crush on, like I don't know, it was pretty obvious that I liked
like
girls.
Haven't you said that like your mom kind of knew?
Yeah, she definitely knew. Like she would always be like, you better not be gay, you better not be gay. And I just want to preface like I love my mom. My mom is a completely new person now, and like she was raised even stricter than me, and like my dad was crazy, and my dad like basically raised her herself. Like she was so young when they got together, and so like I don't hold anything against her. But I'm just telling like my truth and like my story. But like I love her so much, and this is just like an amazing example of like how someone can grow and change for their kid and accept their kid. She's like the amazing, like she just should be like the poster girl for that. The poster mom. because she's amazing, and so no hate towards her at all. This is just like
it's just the story. It's the truth.
And so like I would always be really anxious at home all the time. It was like I was constantly living in like anxiety, and I would just, it was rough. And so when I went to college, I felt like very free. And then whatever, gay. And then I think it was 2021. It was 2021 for me too. It was March of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And I also like, I never dated anyone, like any girls, because I was just basically like, I don't want to date anyone until I come out to my parents, for me personally, because it's not like, I don't want to make you hide, and I don't want to hide you from anyone. And like, if I'm gonna date someone, like I'm gonna be out and proud about it. Like, and I was like, I just felt like it's not fair to you. Damn. Which I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, like you came out eventually, like we talked about it, but like that was just for me personally, because I just felt like it caused me too much anxiety to have a girlfriend and then like have to lie about it all the time, and I couldn't do it. But like, if that's what you do, like totally fine. But like, that was just me. Mm-hmm. Anyways, so I'm basically out to everyone except for my parents at this point. And I'm like, they have to know. Like, there's no way they don't know. And I came out to my older brothers, like probably like a couple of years before. And I was like, I'm going to tell them, like, I need you guys to be here with me. And they're like, you know, it's going to be bad. Like, it's not going to be pretty when you come out to them. Like, we'll definitely support you. Like, all my siblings were so supportive. They're like, we love you and we'll support you. Mm-hmm. And they kept my secret for so long. Thanks, guys. Mm-hmm. But like, it's not going to be good. And so like, there were so many times when I would start to come out and then I would just like stop because I just got too scared, or like my mom could tell that I was coming out and then just like stop it basically from happening. So one night, 2021, fast forward, my dad like posted that like anti-gay verse, like Bible verse, on his Facebook page, Leviticus like 18:23 or something.
Not you knowing it.
And it's like, man shall not lie with man as they do with women, which is a mistranslation. I'm not getting into this. Whatever. I can't. Because I can't. Right, we can have a Bible war. We can talk. But I remember just getting really upset about that. I'm like, that's all he posted on his Facebook. And I'm like, why are you posting that? Also, like, you a little gay yourself, boy. Boom, boom, boom. He is. If you're watching this, it's you know that you're gay.
Kevin. Anyways.
So he posted that, and I was really upset about it. I'm like, why did you post that? And he's like, it just was on my heart to post it. And I'm like, okay, well, like, you know, it's a mistranslation. Like, I was fighting him, honestly. Like, I was fighting him on it. And then my mom texted me, and it's like, why were you so upset about the verse that he posted? And I was like, girl, you know. She texted me this. So basically, I was outed. I was like, girl, you know why I'm upset. And she's like, Abby, like, I know you're gay.
No, she said, I know you think you're gay.
Yeah, Abby, I know you think you're gay. And, like, this, you know how God feels about this. Like, you're not gay, like you always had gay friends, whatever. It was just this long thing, and I'm like, well, it's out on the table, like, now.
Happening now.
Which I'm glad it happened that way, because I don't know if I would have ever came out. Like, it was really scary, and I was like, Mom, like I'm gay, like I never expected you to react this way. She was just like, you need to go to therapy, like I'm in a nightmare.
Jeez.
Like, I just want to go to heaven with you. And it was like this whole thing. And like, I'm in my apartment in college. And I'm just like, I just start like crying. Like, I was just like freaking out. And because I wasn't expecting this to happen. Like, I didn't plan for this to happen. It was just like, it just happened. Yeah. And I was like freaking out. It was a horrible experience. And it was just my mom. My mom's not even like my dad, who is like the
pastor.
Like, this is how it is, whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember I called my brother Jeremy. I think I called Paul first, because I knew Jeremy. If I told Jeremy would like say something to Mom, and I just wanted, so I called my brother Paul, but he didn't answer. And so then I called Jeremy, and I was like sobbing, and I told him, and I was like, told him what happened, and he was like playing video games. He was like, I have to get off right now. And he like got off his video games, and he was like, I'm calling mom. And I was like, please don't tell her, like, I don't say anything to her, whatever. And apparently he called her and like cursed her out and was like, "You're not gonna do this to her. Like,
period.
You can't. She's your child. Like, you need to love her. You need to not talk to her like this. This is horrible. Like, what are you thinking?"
Yeah.
Like, he went off on her basically.
Good.
And then I think he called Paul, which is my oldest brother, and Paul's wife answered, and Paul could like hear him on the phone being like, "Abby came out, whatever." And so then Paul was like freaking out, and then I told Lou, and like, so my whole family's like knows this is happening.
Everyone's
like,
freaking out.
Been waiting for this moment. Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah.
My mom's freaking out.
Yep. And everyone knows what your dad.
Pause right here for just a moment. Anyway, so everyone's like, this is the moment, right? They're freaking out. Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah.
And so like I turn off my phone. Everyone hears me. My roommate hears me. Jules, shout out. And she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I didn't know you were here." I was like screaming, throwing stuff in my room. And I told Ashley. Ashley's parents called me and they're like, "Buddy, like, are you okay? Like answer the phone." Like everyone's trying to call me. And also I had a girl coming over that night who I'd never hung out with before. Like she gets there and I'm like a mess. And I'm like, "Sorry about this."
Who was it?
None of your business.
Say it. We'll bleep
No. And she was really sweet. She like took me to Sheets and like we just hung out.
She was sweet.
She was really sweet.
Aww.
She was really nice to me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so then my mom like an hour later she keeps trying to call me. I'm like, "Listen, I don't want to talk. Like I need space." And she's like, "No, like you're gonna answer." And she's like, "Abby, like I'm sitting here laughing at myself because I've played this out in my head like a million times, and like I was always gonna be so sweet when you came out to me and like so loving, but it just like felt like something came over me, and I'm so sorry. Like I don't know why I said all of that." And she's like, I've been saying you're gay since like middle school. Like I've told your dad, like I've told everyone that you're gay. I've known. Which I'm like, "Girl, if you knew, why do you act like this?" Right. Anyways, and then I guess she told my dad. I didn't tell my dad. She told my dad, and then he sent me this long message about like, "Abby, like your mom told me, as you know, like I do not accept this, and like I will not accept an ungodly relationship, and blah 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 blah." And yeah, that was the whole thing. He's just like, "Just keep your eyes set on your career." He's like, "I hope this doesn't get in the way of anything." And I'm like, "Okay, dude, whatever." Like, stupid. And then I don't even know where to go from here. Like, basically, it was bad at first. And then I started dating Marcy that following October.
Mm-hmm.
I brought Marcy home for the first time. And I told my mom, I was like, "Can I bring my friend Marcy?" And she was like, "Is she a friend or is she more than a friend?" I was like, "I don't know what you're saying." Like, she's like, "Abby, is she like a friend or your girlfriend?" And I was like, "She's my girlfriend." And so then I brought her home. Mom and my dad met you. Mm-hmm. And my mom was being a little bit weird that time. Like, we were like holding hands. She was like giving eyes. Like, it just felt a little bit weird.
Yeah.
But then I was like, "Girl, like, why are you acting like this? Like, seriously?" And then it was better after that. That was just like the first first time was like weird. Mom's like first time like seeing me with a girl, and like yeah. Fast forward, basically, long story short.
But yeah.
Yeah.
How is it now?
I mean, I feel amazing. Like, I've never been happier. My mom says this all the time. Like, my mom is my number one fan and supporter. Like, Mom loves Marcy. They're the same person.
We
like,
are literally
best
the same,
friends.
Crystal. I love you so much.
Like, the best thing was like, my mom asked so many questions. Like, she would sit and ask. She's like, "I'm sorry if this is like offensive or like silly." And I'm like, "No, like please ask the questions.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to answer them." And like,
I
appreciate you just talking about it.
Yeah, I'd rather you ask stupid and dumb questions than not acknowledge it at all and act like it's not a thing, that it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Ask stupid questions.
Ask the questions.
Please.
And my mom is like my biggest supporter. She's so sweet. She always asks, and she always talks about Marcy, and she's just the best. And like she literally was just like, one day she was just like, "Abby, like, it's my job to love you. Like, that's it. It's my job to love you. Yep. You're my daughter." And she's always just like, "I've never seen you happier. Like, you have finally been able to like become yourself, and like and I feel like I get to know you, and like you hug tighter and you love more. Like it's just like she's like, I can see how free you feel. And
you're gonna make me cry.
I know, right? It's just like, and I'm like, yes, because I felt like I was like hiding myself for so long from you guys, and I felt like I couldn't like be who I was with you. And like honestly, like my siblings, I have a lot of siblings. I have 7 siblings, and they all had my back. And like honestly, having them supporting me 100%, like it made it so much better. And they're very open. Like they talk about everything. They joke about me being gay, like not in a bad way, just like throwing out jokes, like making it a comfortable topic to talk about. And they're the best. Like I would have never been able to do this without them. And like they really helped my mom and my stepdad Mark get through it.
Yeah.
As for my dad, like he can't understand it, I guess. He can't look past it for me. Like he can't even just look past it. Recently he sent me, like a few months ago, he sent me like a long email. And it was an email.
From his work email?
From his work email, like a 5-paragraph email, just basically saying like how he could, like, I have a prince out there, and like I shouldn't,
and I do too,
fall like into the devil's plan, and blah 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 blah, and like how he could never accept this, and it hurts his heart to watch me like ruin my life because of this.
He also said like, I was so looking forward to like the father-daughter dance at your wedding, like now I can't
making it about you. Like I don't get that now. Like you're not losing. It's like
it's
what?
my
It's about
wedding.
My wedding.
He was like, oh, I've always dreamed about that moment, like, and now I don't get to have it. Like, boo-hoo.
Bruh.
Funny that you thought you were ever going to be invited.
I literally emailed him back and I was like, God would never let you into heaven, and you were never going to be invited to the wedding. Please don't ever talk to me again. And I was just like, haven't talked to him since. I blocked him on everything. And like he's missing out. Like it hurts and it's hard because like you want to like remember like the good times that you, like, I don't know,
because you had such good times.
We were very close. And like I kind of struggle with like the feeling of like, yeah, you're horrible. Like you're horrible to me now, but like I do want to keep like our good memories good. Like I don't think I should like taint all the memories because like it's bad now. And I don't know, that's something like I'm still like grasping, I guess, but I feel so much better like without him in my life. And the point is like, if you don't, I'm too old for all this. Like I have so many amazing people in my life that I don't need this one person who's makes me feel bad about myself, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm at that point where like we have our chosen family.
Yep.
And we have our real family ones who are like real ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't need him. I don't want him. He's the one missing out. Like I'm amazing.
Exactly.
And when I'm rich and famous, he's not getting a dime.
Period. There's also like, I feel like a lot of people are scared of coming out because of losing relationships with their parents or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that is scary.
Yeah.
And like I can't imagine losing the relationship with my dad, but what's most important is your happiness.
Yeah.
And we can't live for our parents. We can't live for anyone else.
We've said it once, we're going to say it again.
Yeah, like you have to live for yourself and you have to prioritize your own happiness above anything else. If you hide and conceal yourself and who you truly are for the rest of your life, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're the people who you are doing it for, who you are concealing yourself for, you're doing them a disservice by not telling them who you truly are. And it's better to lose those people than to live inauthentically. Is that a word?
Yeah, inauthentically.
Like, chosen family exists. Chosen family exists.
It's so important.
If you lose everyone in your family, if they don't accept you and they never want to see you again and they kick you out, cool. At least you are being true to yourself and being who you actually are, because that's what's most important. And you'll find family eventually.
You'll be okay.
You'll be okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. A lot of people go through this.
There's so many people who love you and support you. Mm-hmm. And I know we put like our parents on a pedestal or our family on a pedestal.
The people who we want love and acceptance from the most is our parents. You know?
And so, like, obviously we want that, but, and I'm not going to say it doesn't hurt. Obviously it hurts, and obviously, like, it affects me, but, like, it's nothing I can't handle. And
yeah, you're strong.
Yeah, you're strong. And coming out feels so big. And it feels like, I remember before I came out, just like felt like such a weight all the time, and I was always having panic attacks. My anxiety was worse than it's ever been. Like, but oh my gosh, like literally just like coming out and being myself and being like, take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Like, this is who I am. I have to live my life.
Take me, baby.
Or leave me.
Oh.
So that's it. Point blank, period. Take it or leave it. Like, I'm awesome. I'm amazing. And like, if you don't want to be in my life, like, that's an L for you.
Yeah, for you, not for me.
Like,
I'm gonna
that's
go
a W
find
for
people
me.
who love me.
Show yourself. And this is why it's like, we're not going to get into political, but like, who you vote for matters too, and who you support matters too.
Yep.
And it's like, you can't be like, oh, I love my gay friends, and then go and directly do something that will hurt them. Yeah. Look at what we're dealing with. And like, sorry, like, don't hate on me for cutting you out, because it's like, you clearly didn't like think. It's just not someone I want to be friends with, you know? Like, someone who like, who doesn't believe in human rights for all people, even if it's like a religious thing. I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Goodbye.
I don't want you in my life anyways.
Coming out seems like such a big thing, but
and it can be,
and it is a big thing. It should be a big deal. Yeah. Honestly, I think I talked about this on that YouTube video, but like, it should be a big deal because it's huge for us. Like, we've fought, and the people who came before us like fought so hard for us to be able to like live like this and live open, and it's a big deal. Like, it's a huge thing that everyone has to do, and you're gonna be coming out for the rest of your life.
Yes.
You're always going to be seen as straight to people. Like, yeah, maybe me, like, you can kind of tell I'm gay, you know what I mean? But the, like, default, unfortunately, is assuming everyone's straight.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I say my fiance, it's always he.
Yep.
It's like, it's a she, and I'm a lesbian, you know? And you're going to be coming out for the rest of your life. So, it gets
That's
easier.
what they don't tell you.
That's what they don't tell you.
Abby said that to me, like, when we first started dating and when I was coming out to my family and friends and whatever. And, like, it's so true. I'm going to be coming out, especially as a femme presenting lesbian. People automatically assume that I am straight. And every time I tell people that I'm not, it's always, like, a big shock. Yeah. Because, like, unfortunately, that's just the norm, and that's what people assume. I hope that it won't always be that way. Yeah. But yeah, you're going to be coming out for the rest of your life, and you're not alone in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think this was a good episode.
I think so too.
Some tears were formed.
Yeah. I saw the tears forming in your eyes, and I'm like,
it's hard. Like, it's a sensitive thing to talk about because, like,
it is.
It's super
it's your
emotional.
Life.
And it's who you are. Like, if someone's like, because when you come out and then, like, they disown you or they don't accept you, it's like, well, then you don't love me, because like, that's a huge part of who I am. Like, you can't just love half of me. Like, you can't just love a part of me. Like,
you have to love all of me.
It's like coming to terms with the fact of like, well, then you don't love me because that's who I am. You know what I mean? So,
girl, you gonna make me cry.
Girl.
Woo.
Suck it back in. Anyways.
Anywho.
If you ever need someone to talk to, our comments are open.
Yeah, always. DMs too.
DMs are open. We might not see them, but there's
I
so many
open
scams.
My DMs.
There's scams up in the DMs. I don't like
true.
to look. There's people who are like,
oh, you want to see these big titties?
Abby.
Hit the link.
Bro, like, that's half of my DMs.
It's true.
And then, like, they put me and my brother in a group chat, and they're like, oh, y'all want to see some fun things? And
anyways,
I'm like, that's me and my brother, bro.
Our DMs are open if you want to talk to us. We understand, and we will love you.
We are here. This is a safe space. Chosen family. We're here to support. And it
You're
gets easier.
Alone.
It gets easier.
Yeah.
And just don't feel so much pressure to feel like you have to come out.
Yeah. Wait until you feel ready. It's not anyone else's decision except for yours. And everything happens the way it's supposed to. I believe everything happens for a reason. So
it does.
And everything happens in divine timing. So yeah, it's important to know when it's right for you and to not let anyone else cloud your judgment.
And when you're ready, it'll be the most amazing feeling ever.
Yes.
It'll be hard, but that's why we're so freaking strong and awesome and epic, because we just have different experiences and we have to go through different struggles. So
it's true.
It makes us stronger, and it bonds us closer.
Yeah.
We all have that experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes, and keep commenting, telling us like what else you want to hear us talk about.
We're getting this from you guys.
Yeah, people suggested that topic, so we're like, okay, perfect, let's talk about it. Like we read and respond to every comment, so like truly, like tell us your thoughts. Let us know any coffee companies you might like that we can try. Shout out Laurel's again.
Shout out Laurel's.
Pretty good.
I liked it.
But yeah,
my tummy doesn't hurt.
Like, comment, subscribe, share with every single person you know.
Please.
It really helps, and it really makes a difference.
It does.
Yeah.
Anyways, follow us on Instagram, Grind the Bean Pod.
Yeah. TikTok
too. And then our individual handles are going to be in the description below.
Yeah, we'll link everything below.
Follow along. Love you guys.
Love you so much.
Bye.